Too dark to tell.
Burning through our oil, but it should just about do. Just about. We shouldn't hang around too long, though.
Karlak, were there others of Zariel's warriors who bore the infernal engine?
I was the first. Not the last. But most didn't survive the process. The others were all Devilkin. I think I was the only lucky winner from Faerun.
You were stronger than the others.
Lucky me.
Or steal. I don't. Pretty, but it can take a beating.
You are debating allowing another into your heart.
Quite the gossip, aren't you? Wouldn't have thought you cared.
A formidable woman like yourself does herself no favors in revealing herself to be so erratic, so uncertain.
Ain't my neck of the woods. It's for a good cause.
Does your species release airborne pheromones upon beginning the courtship dance well? I've heard thus is the way with certain birds of paradise and prey.
Too dark
The
to tell.
chemical induces lowered inhibitions between the pair.
No. I mean, I don't think so. Would you count a light spritz from a vial of jasmine dust as a pheromone?
Indubitably.
Wish we had stone or steel. I do.
When you've loved a goddess, as I have, people often think you less experienced in the ways of romance.
Just about. We shouldn't hang around
True.
too long, though.
For a time, I neglected the physical in favor of celestial euphoria. But our relationship was no less real for it.
She just lives on another plane.
How's the barricade coming along?
Only jesting. I know all too well what it's like to pine after a goddess.
It'll need to. Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
Seen alleyways in Baldur's Gate that are plenty worse in their way.
Yeah?
Deep sight narrows at nighttime. 2 steps in, and you're likely to become some dagger's new sheath.
Ain't my neck of the woods.
Count the lucky stars.
God's blood, this is heavy.
It's for a good cause.
Aye. Our asses.
You Graven gods still alive?
He better be. Or I'm
Hey,
a dead man walking.
Shadi. Got a quick question about the best way to treat an infernal burn.
Shadi. Really?
Hearty? Shadsy? Or
Dark to tell.
maybe just the Fringe?
I bet they're close.
Shadowheart will do just fine, thanks. Love is making you fanciful.
You might be right.
I wish we'd gear up and head out. All this standing around is making me antsy.
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
I don't wish we had stone or steel. Why you're still standing around.
I wish we had a bloody army. How's the barricade coming along?
I'm a tad surprised you change into more comfortable garb at Camp Lae'zel. You strike me as a sleeps in her armor type.
Eric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
It would cause too much noise during my nighttime exertions. I do not wish to alert foes of our location.
Nighttime exertions? Oh, I see. Well, considerate of you, I suppose.
God's blood, this is heavy.
It's for a good cause.
Aye. Our asses.
Not as long as we can put up a fight with them.
See any movement out there?
Too dark to tell.
I bet they're close. Watching.
Astarion, I just want to say, I judged you wrongly. I'm sorry.
Really? And how, specifically, have you misjudged my fine character?
You aren't actually insufferably randy. You're just insufferable.
Got to have a plan first. Got to trust Jahira to come up with one.
Yeah.
I do.
There's more where that came
Jahira
from.
wants to know about supplies. Will we make it home?
Wish we had stone or steel.
Just about.
Just about.
I wish we had a bloody army. How's the barricade coming along?
Creeps. It ain't pretty, but it can take a beating.
Plenty worse.
It'll need to.
Yeah?
Deep sight now.
Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
Steps in, and you're likely to become some dagger's new sheath.
Ain't my neck of the woods.
I've heard that in Baldur's Gate, wizard is also a term used for one who ensues their more carnal desires. Is that true, Will?
Where are we going with this, Gale?
No, nowhere. Just think it's a rather cruel misnomer. Not at all reflective of the glamour wizarding life affords.
Aye. Our asses.
Not as long.
See any movement out there?
Too dark to tell.
Karlak, I know I say this every day, but I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
And seeing you've got someone to care about now, after 10 bloody years, what would you say? Good for you, mate.
Around is making me antsy.
Got to have a plan first. Got to trust
Exactly so, Your Majesty.
I do.
Here.
Wish we had stone or steel.
Okay, coming along.
It ain't pretty, but it can take a beating.
It'll need to.
I saw you pressing a bunch of flowers the other day in a book. Not like you to keep something forever.
They'll crumble away in time. But no harm in appreciating their beauty until then.
God's blood.
It's for a good cause.
Aye. Our asses. See any movement out there?
Too dark to tell.
Watching us.
Wants to know about supplies. Will we make it home? About supplies.
Here.
Hang around too
There's
long.
more where that came from.
Wish we had stone or steel.
Bloody army. How's the barricade coming along?
It ain't pretty, but it can take a beating.
It'll need to. Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever. God's blood, this is heavy.
It's for a good cause.
Aye. Our asses. I bet they're close. Watching us.
See movement. Don't be too quick to shoot. Friend and
You there! Step forward and keep... Who are you?
Convenient that a sorcerer would emerge from the darkness of all places. Just keep your hands where I can see them and follow me. Come. Jahira!
hello. You're about to. This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets. But if there's one thing that we know, it's that it knows its own kind. You should never have come here, true soul. A pathetic deception. I know who you really worship, true soul.
Stop! What's you doing? She's the one who saved us!
She's the one who protected the Emerald Grove.
Yup. Didn't leave a goblin standing. Not so bad to hang around with either. Saved two of my friends. One from a harpy and one from a mad druid with a snake. Didn't make a fuss of our thieving either. I'd pretty much trust her with my life.
A true soul with a mind of her own? How is that possible? What in the hells is that thing? Congratulations. You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt. Hear me, Harpers. All clear. At ease. I'll not pretend to understand what that artifact is. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark. Tell me, why have you come here? Then you've found an ally in me. For that is precisely why I am here. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard, in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a drink. You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
Salmon might be knocking around here, right?
It's for a good cause.
Oh my god, soldier. That's Jahira. The Jahira. Not personally. I mean, I wish. She's an absolute legend. Years ago, over a century, Jaheira was part of a group that saved Baldur's Gate from Saravok, a Baalsport trying to plunge the city into war. My mum used to tell us stories about them. The legends who protected the city from evil. She said Jaheira was a powerful druid. Adamant. Tough. I've told myself those stories 1,000 times since. I never thought I'd meet Jaheira. She's a hero, and I was always some outer city kid. Can't believe she wants to talk to us about working together. What a day!
Such soothing light here. As if Selûne herself was caressing my skin.
Wonder if Jaheira ever hangs around the outer city. Maybe after this is over, I could buy her a drink. Does she drink? She likes wine. Wine, then. This is all happening so fast.
I wish we had a bloody army.
Gods! I never thought I'd be so relieved to find a light in the darkness, or to see so many harpers clanking about.
Not the cheeriest of inns, this place. But I suppose the mortal peril lurking just past the firelight is liable to put a dampener on the mood.
But it can take a beating. It'll need to.
The light here warms my skin, cleanses my lungs. A welcome change from the surrounding shadow.
Tell me, what can I do for you? Whatever I expected to find lurking in this cursed gloom, it certainly wasn't this.
Blood, this is heavy.
Glimmer of hope amidst the darkness.
That's one way of looking at it. You could also say it's a prime target.
Looks
the
empty.
one pocket of light in
Our
the gloom.
asses.
No traps, please.
I wish we'd gear up and head out. All this standing around is making me antsy.
Got to have a plan first. Got to trust Jaheira to come up with one.
I don't.
I do.
See any movement out there?
That's why we're still standing around.
Hey, you.
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're two souls walking the same path. Every step we walk trails blood. Killing is an instinct for us. I respect you for that. I would keep the murders in our own camp to a minimum. But otherwise, we're very much on the same page. I just worry that we're not considering all our options when it comes to our uninvited guests. How many people are infected with them, do you think? Hundreds? Thousands? And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the Worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield. Isn't it? Imagine the entire cult under our thumb. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity before us. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe and enjoy a little world domination on the side. You can't tell me that doesn't sound fun. I knew I was right about you. It's so good to find a kindred spirit. Of course, this all assumes we live long enough to find this, moonrise. But I'm feeling optimistic.
I was hoping you'd come to chat.
I don't.
Too dark to tell.
I bet they're close. Watching us.
So, why night orchids?
Well, isn't it enough that they're beautiful? They remind me of some place. A place I can't quite remember. But I think I was happy there. Wherever it was. Sorry, I'm being silly.
You're cute.
I wish we had a bloody army.
Heapside narrows at night time. 2 steps in, and you're likely to become some dagger's new sheath.
Ain't my neck of the woods.
Count your lucky stars.
Hey, Darren! Let's say hi!
What's inside?
How's the barricade coming? Pretty. It'll need to. Cleric's magic.
Used to your new look yet, Will? I, for one, think you look smashing.
You know, I think I am. It certainly didn't put off my, dance partner.
Or I'm a dead man walking.
Ah, dance. The true language of love.
We can put up a fight, we're not.
Good man.
I've definitely seen that ox before. Has the same strange look in its eye.
No, incapable. Not for you to know. Well, come close. Your mind to mine. Are you satisfied? A kindred spirit, but I only wish to be an ox. Do you understand? How very kind. I'm so glad you understand. Here, a little token between friends for your discretion.
The more I learn of this plane, Astarion, the more I believe love is its greatest disease.
Oh, hi.
Karlach! I thought you'd be in the city by now. We were ambushed by cultists. Half of us were captured, the other half ran here.
Off the anvil into the forge. We'll find them. Hopefully.
Before you run off into the belly of the beast, there's something I need to tell you. Well, two things. Good news and bad news.
The good news, obviously.
I only need one more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber that can make it possible for Karlach to...
Touch people!
Exactly!
Oh my god. It's really happening. It's been so long. We've got the iron. Let's do this thing!
Hang on! I think you'll want to hear the bad news too.
Yeah, sure. But first, fix me. Please.
Well, all right. This shouldn't take long. Same as last time. You'll need to install it yourself. This should do the trick.
There. So did it work?
Only one way to find out.
You're all right. No burns. Can we go to bed now?
Hold on, Karlak. There's something I need to tell you. That engine of yours, it's contained for the moment, but it's just too hot to exist here in the material plane indefinitely. I know you know that, but the thing is, there's a cure. I wasn't making any headway with the mechanics, none at all. The environment here is just too cold to sustain metals like the ones inside you. You have to return to Avernus. For good. Or this thing is going to burn you up from the inside out. And sooner than you think.
The minute I set foot back in Avernus, Zarya will force me back into service. I'm not doing her bidding again. I'd rather die.
I get that, but don't rule it out. The world just might be better with you in it. Even in Avernus. I won't stop trying to figure out a cure, but at this point, I think we all have to face the inevitable.
Yeah. Apart from the doom and gloom, you've given me more than I could ever hope to repay.
It's been my pleasure. Good luck, both of you. Look after your... That engine of yours, it's contained for the moment, but it's just... I know you know... I wasn't... You... I won't stop trying to figure out a cure.
You read my mind. Thanks, Damon. Really. You've given me more than I could ever repay.
It's been my pleasure. That... I know you know... I wasn't... You... I won't stop trying to figure out a cure, but...
Right? All this doom and gloom. I have something far more exciting on my mind than this bloody tin box. Thanks, Damon. Really. You've given me more than I could ever repay.
It's been my pleasure. Good luck, both of you. Look up.
This is the best day. The best day! Me too. Whenever you want to turn in, I'd love to take this whole touch thing for a test drive. I know we have important things to do, but we deserve a little sweetness too. Oh man, I can't wait.
That engine of... I know you... I wasn't... You... I won't stop trying to figure out a cure. But... at this point, I think we all have to...
You read my mind. Thanks.
It's been my...
This is the... I know we have important things to do, but... we deserve a little sweet... Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now, or live 1,000 years in the hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact. I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing. Thanks, soldier. Your support means I've got one less thing to worry about. That means a lot to me. You really are the best of the best. Of the best. Listen, I'm never going back. I want to live too, but not under any circumstances. I have the power to choose now, and I'm going to make that choice, myself. But I don't want to talk about this now. I've been given a huge gift. I can touch the people I love for the first time in a decade. And for the first time in a decade, there are people I care about all around me. Let me enjoy that. Please. Thank you. I try. Look, I don't want to fight. That's the exact opposite of what I want to do right now. Let's start over. Hi, I'm Karlak, and I get to touch you anytime I want. How about that? Listen. I don't expect anyone... Not always. Not this. I'm sorry. But this one is mine. But... I don't want to talk about this. And for the first time in a decade, there are people I care about all around me. Thanks, soldier. I just want to celebrate this. At least for a little.
Listen. I don't expect anyone to... You heard Damon. There is no solution. It's hell or bust. I choose bust. But I don't want to talk about this now. And for the first time in a decade, there are people... Nope. Thanks so much for asking, though. Look, I don't want to fight. That's the exact opposite of what I want to do right now. Let's start over.
I know well the pain of seeing your life's hourglass running empty. Grasping at any means of slowing the grains as they slip inexorably through your fingers. Karlach's fate may be ordained, but her actions are not. She will make each breath count. We can be sure of that.
If death is soon to take Karlach, she should make every moment as rich as the last. Fight viciously, roar loudly, step boldly. She must make herself known.
How beautiful it must be to know you can hold a hand, caress a cheek after going so long without. We'll get Karlach fixed up, right? There's always a way. There has to be.
Poor Karlach. She can finally seek out the touch of another, only to be told she might not have much time left.
So, the untouchable Karlach is untouchable no more. I'd shake her hand, but she can still snap me in two, so probably safest to skip it.
Hey, you. Incredible. Like I'm really alive. Like we can finally be real. I can be close to you now, without fear, without thinking too hard. We can just be. No more than anyone else. Well, maybe slightly more. But that's the past now. I'm free. More free than I've ever been now. I was hoping you'd say that.
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're walking the same path. Every step we walk trails blood. Killing is an instinct for us. I respect you for that. I would keep the murders in our own camp to a minimum. But otherwise, we're very much on the same page. I just worry that we're not considering all our options when it comes to our uninvited guests. How many people are infected with... I would keep the murders in our own camp to a minimum. We both want to survive. But why merely survive when you can thrive? Just think, how many others are walking around infected with these parasites? I would keep the murders in our own camp to a minimum. How could I not? We're both veritable terrors on society. But with all the effort we put into wanton brutality, don't you think that we could be more? Just think, how many others are walking around infected with these parasites? Hundreds? Thousands? And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield. A pity. I thought you had more ambition than that. Still, we're not there yet. Maybe you'll see the light. Yet. I would keep the murders in our own camp to a minimum. I just worry that how many... And that whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, that's just the thing. If we control the parasites, then we can order them not to change us. All the power, with none of the tentacles. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity before us. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe and enjoy a little world domination on the side. You can't tell me that doesn't sound fun. A pity. I thought you had more ambition than that. Still, we're not there yet. Maybe you'll see the light. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. I mean, I assume there's some device controlling these things, so we find that. Murder some people and, Look, I'm not a details person, all right? But turning up and causing chaos has worked for us so far. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity before us. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe and enjoy a little world domination on the side. You can't tell me that doesn't sound fun. do. It's not often the universe hands you something like this. We'd be fools to squander it. Of course, this all assumes we live long enough to find this, moonrise. But I'm feeling optimistic. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it, isn't it? Imagine the entire cult under our thumb. I'm just saying, you can't tell me that doesn't sound fun. I knew I was right about you. It's so good to find a kindred spirit. Of course, this all assumes we live long enough to find this, moon...